Today is such a beautiful day. I'm taking advantage of to be grateful, to realize about the good things that I have in my life right now, and acknowledge that all of that, all of that in my life right now is a result from what I have done in the past, what I worked for. Part of it is like situations that have shaped our life the way it is right now, but a huge part of it has to do with what I have done, what we have done, our decisions. And it's necessary to acknowledge that. I want to talk about that today because I know many of you, same like me, you are too hard on yourself. That happens to me a lot. Like, if I not achieve something, if I not accomplish something, or if I made a mistake, or if by this time I'm like, okay, I haven't been able to do that, we just criticize ourselves so much, so hard, and we are too hard on ourselves. Like, we have to acknowledge, despite the mistakes that we have done, despite the things that everything is not perfect, there's things, of course, that we could have done better. But we have to acknowledge what we have done. We have accomplished things. We have the life we have right now because huge part of it because of the decisions we have made, because of ourselves. And we have to acknowledge that. I really want to talk about it because it's something I have been dealing with and I have dealt with like in different situations in my life. And I'm really working on that. It's like I know what I'm good at and I feel very confident at some things and doing that and specific things like, I don't know, let's say physical activity or whatever. I know exactly what I'm good at, what my talents are, what my strengths are. So that's good and that's fine. But at the same time, I am very perfectionist, and many of you, same, I know, have this problem. It's not good wanting to have everything perfect because it's just not possible. We are humans. We are not perfect. If you have this perfectionist personality, like you want to have everything perfect, and you make a task, you write something, you do something, and everything has to be perfect, controlled. At a certain point, it's fine, but when it's too much, perfectionism is not good. It's impossible for us to be perfect. We can do things in a good way, we can achieve things, but if we focus on do everything perfect, or like everything has to be like this way, and if it's not like this, then forget about it, I'm not happy, that's not gonna bring you anywhere. And it brings so much like unhappiness in your life, like so you're not comfortable, and you're also always gonna try to pursue something you're not gonna get because it's impossible to be perfect. And it's time wasting, it's energy wasting. It's just, I think perfectionism is not good. I'm really trying to fight against it because more than help, I think it's something that takes a lot of energy from us, a lot of confidence as well. And it's just better just to relax, to do things in a good way, and just acknowledge that we have done the best we could do, even though it's not perfect, because it just cannot be perfect, right? We are humans. So today I want to talk about 6 different ways to exercise your self-love, to not be hard on yourself, or try not to be too hard on yourself, and give yourself credit, to realize about the good things you have done for you, the good things you have accomplished in life, because I'm sure you have accomplished a lot. Every one of us has accomplished many things in life, and we have to acknowledge that and be thankful for that. We have achieved many things. So the first one is an obvious one, and I think it's what everybody says the first time someone talks about this, like, hey, don't be too hard on yourself, and it's do not compare yourself to others. That's the obvious one, and that's, I think, one of the most difficult things to do. But if you focus on your life, and if you realize that everybody has just like a different path, You have a different path from the others, and your experience is very different. You cannot compare your life with other people's lives, because there's no point of comparison. It is not possible. You have no idea the horrible things other people have gone through, difficult situations they have been going through, like for years as well. Everybody suffers in a very personal, individual way, and it's impossible to know about that. It's just a personal experience. So you cannot compare your life, what you have lived, with other people's lives. If I relate that to my experience, it's like I cannot compare myself here in Germany, trying to get a job and get my career to a top level, coming from Colombia, learning the German language like when I arrived here in Germany. It was like 7 years ago or something like that. So I cannot compare that kind of experience to someone from Germany or from Europe who was like learning German like before, or who already speaks German, who had different kind of experience also here in Europe. So it's different, totally different. So I could not compare and say like, hey, like why I would not get this or why I would not achieve this, because if this person could make it, because there's no point of comparison, right? The second one is to be more flexible with your expectations. And that's because, like I said before, if you are a perfectionist and you're fighting against it, you have trying to deal with it, and I know it's not easy, but you used to set very high expectations, like very high goals, like, I don't know, I want to be the best in my class, the best in my job, like they always top, and it's always like pushing yourself too hard. Sometimes it's too hard and it's too much, and it's like, why? Like, relax, be flexible. It's okay to be ambitious, and it's okay to be better and wanting to be all the time improving and developing yourself. That's great. But you also have to be flexible and enjoy the way. Because it's like, yeah, you're not going to be the best necessarily in everything, because of course there's many other people who are also very good at different type of things. So you cannot expect yourself to be the best or to achieve the best or whatever, like for everything. You have sometimes to lower your expectations also, depending on your situation, because it's different for everybody. So if it's like, I don't know, I want to get a job that is like 100K to begin with, right? And just beginning with my career because I did this and that, or I have a PhD or whatever. So yeah, maybe you can lower your expectation a little bit and say, hey, the average pay maybe is like this, maybe I can start with something lower, or I don't know, with more experience you're gonna realize that you're gonna get something else. But you have to be more flexible and say, okay, I'm gonna start with this, so I'm gonna be getting to that point little by little. If you are also learning a language, for instance, that's another example, or learning something, be patient with yourself and realize like, hey, it takes time. It's not like from one day to another one that you're gonna learn everything and be able to speak German, let's say, in 1 year, because it takes a lot more time than that. And it depends on the situation, depending where you are, depending how much time you have to practice in real life. There's so many things that have influence on the outcome that you want to have, right? So it's not just you, it depends also on so many different things. So sometimes things do not work the way you expect, and you have to be prepared for that. You have to lower your expectation and say, okay, I'm gonna start a bit lower, and then little by little gonna be like growing up. Number 3, I think is very helpful to trust, to realize and recognize that everything is fine, everything is okay. Everything happens for a reason, right? So, for instance, it was the time when I talk about my unemployment time in Germany. It was really, really hard. That's one of the biggest examples I have to share, because it was really hard. I could not get a job. I really tried, and I think I have talked about it in different videos as well. But and no matter what I did, no matter which other course I did or what kind of more cover letter I applied or changed or adapted to the application, or what I could change in my CV, whatever. It just nothing worked. And I was so hard on myself. I was like, but there's something that I must be doing wrong. And Leslie, how come you are not able to do this? How come you're doing this, but how come you have done that, but you're not able to do this? I was really hard on myself. But now that I think about it, it's like everything happens for a reason. And I am convinced that it happened at the time because it had to be that way. That's how it had to be. So I started to learn German, and I really get into the culture, into the language. I get adapted very well, and that also took a lot of time. So if I had gotten a job, I wouldn't have been so adjusted to the German culture or learned the language in such a good way that helped me have the job that I have right now, for instance. So trust in life, trust in the process, that it's fine. If something doesn't work out, there must be a reason for it. Number 4 is be grateful to life and to yourself. And be grateful, why? Because when you realize about, like I said before, all the things you're enjoying right now, like, hey, I got this job right now, I can travel, I can do this, I can go visit my family. And that's something that at the time of not having a job, it was really, really hard. I was living with my ex at that time, and I had the financial support from him, but still it was hard because of course I wanted to have my own money, my own finances, buy whatever I wanted, and not having to bother my ex, right? So now I can have it, and I am so grateful about that, so grateful to life as well. I am very happy with my life right now. I have improved and I have grown in so many different ways, and I realized about it, and I'm so grateful about it. Not just to life, to the universe, to myself as well, because I have done a lot of work. I had to go through a difficult, tough situation, and I made it. I made it through. It was not easy at all, but I made it. And at that time, I also had to think hey, maybe I don't have a job, but I had to think to myself, I got someone who supports me right now. I was grateful about that. I was alive. I had everything I needed at that time. I had this support, emotional support as well, from my family and from my ex as well. And those are things that not everybody has, and it's very helpful to realize, acknowledge that, hey, I got this. And hey, I am in Germany. I am learning a new language. I am doing this and this and that. From Colombia, I started and I went to London, did my master, and then now in Germany learning the language, and I'm gonna get a job. So I have done a lot of progress. So when I look back, I did a lot. But at that time, I felt like a failure, completely failure, and I was no way, I'm the worst person in my life. How come I not be able to get a job right now? And how come I'm not doing this? And how come I'm not achieving this by now? And just be grateful to life and yourself, because you have done a lot and achieved a lot. That's for sure. And number 5 is to really not just be grateful, but enjoy the things that you have right now, the results you have from what you have done in the past. Enjoy it. Right now I can say, okay, I maybe don't have the job of my dreams, I still wanna look for something else or improve something, or maybe get to that position or whatever, but I have a good job right now in the moment where I can support myself financially. I can like I said, just travel, go visit my family once a year at least. I can provide myself with everything I need and do certain other things that I had wanted to before. So there's many things that you really have to acknowledge and hey, enjoy it. Just take your time to enjoy those things. Before, during my unemployment time, that was really tough and difficult. I tried, but it was a really tough job. I tried to enjoy my life here in Germany, learning the language. At the beginning it was easy because of course it was not, hadn't been such a long time going through that situation. But after a few months, it was really getting harder and harder to appreciate the good things that I had in life, right? So it was like an exercise I had to practice like often and really enjoy the things that I had. Like, hey, I'm learning language, I'm learning German, and with the family of my ex at that time, and they wonderful people. I had the opportunity to spend so much time with them and learning so many things from them as well. This is like many things that I really had the opportunity to enjoy only at that time, and realizing about it is very helpful because that really makes you appreciate what you live in, the situation you're going through at that time, or right now, even if it's not the easiest one. Realizing and appreciating those things, valuing those things, and knowing that that's result from your work in the past, from what you have done, that helps a lot. And number 6, the last one, and I think the most important, is to just keep trying, keep being persistent, constant. That's necessary, that's mandatory. If you don't do it, you're never gonna get out of where you are. Like, you still have to keep trying. Even if you are being grateful and you are trying to acknowledging what you're doing or what you have done before, and realize the good things you have achieved and whatever, it's also important to keep trying. It's not to give up, but keep trying. Keep trying with love, keep trying with patience, keep trying with gratefulness, so you can be happy with yourself, happy with what you have done. And okay, like maybe that thing you want to achieve, maybe that dream job that you want to get, or that business that you want to set up or start with, maybe it's not easy to start with right now. Maybe to get it might take a little bit more time, but you're working on it and it's gonna be fine. Appreciate your experience as well, because your experience is unique. Your life is unique. What you have lived is unique, and only you can understand it, nobody else. And everybody's going through a different situation. So yeah, your life, your experience is very unique. So appreciate it, value what you have done, value what you have achieved in your life, because that's for sure, you have achieved a lot. You have experienced so many things in such a special, unique way that nobody else has, right? It's just you. So you're the only one who can understand it. You are the only one who can really appreciate that and love your life. The only way you can do it, because that's your life, right? So give yourself credit, be kind to yourself, love yourself, and just remind yourself that you are human. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay not to be perfect, not to achieve everything you want, like to perfection. You can start with little things. And if you keep doing what you're doing, you're gonna achieve, or you're just gonna keep achieving a lot. Just everything at the right time, and we really need to go through a certain process before arrive achieving certain things, right? So yeah, that's part of my experience. I'll keep working on that as well, because I know I really have to keep acknowledging the good things I have done in my life. Like if I got a good job right now, it's okay. Like the job I got is important, and what I do in my job is also important. I have to recognize that, and I really have to appreciate it. Because sometimes I'm like, yeah, have a job is not really like the CEO job I wanted, but just love what you do, and when you value that, you're gonna enjoy the process a lot more.